everyone, good morning. I'm just going to take a second and I am going to load our video and our comments. Here we go. I'll wait for everyone to come in. And while I'm waiting for everyone to come in, this is something I don't normally do. I got a box this morning that I'd ordered 2 days ago from my favorite scrapbooking store, the NikNook. So I wanted to go ahead and unbox my order because I haven't even had a chance to open it yet. I've just removed the tape. And I'm a couple minutes early, so I figured while I'm waiting for everyone to come in, I will quickly unbox my order. And I think everything's good. I'm in the right place. My notifications are turned down. Let me just go out and come back in. Yeah, perfect. Everything looks good. Okay, so this is my order from the NikNook. And here's my order, and the lady is so sweet, and she has here a little message for me. Merry Christmas, because this is my last order, guys, of 2022. So I'm excited. The other thing I wanted to share, guys, anytime you order something and you get this awesome paper, keep this, because you can make all kinds of journal elements and things out of your packaging. So I do keep this paper. So I'm going to put that aside. So the first thing that I have in here, I think I'm going to pull everything out and then I will put the box aside because this is kind of bulky. And I will pull out all that beautiful packaging. Okay, so the first thing that I'll share after I get rid of the box. There we go. Sorry, guys. Okay, I finally did it, guys, and I ordered myself the Tonic Studios Tim Holtz paper trimmer. So I'm excited to see what this is like. I had another guillotine one, but it's 12 by 12 and it's big. And I wanted to give this one a try. So let's pull this out of our box here. So this is the Tonic Studios Tim Holtz paper trimmer. And right now I'm using a Fiskars. And I just find that I'm constantly replacing the blades. So that's beautiful. I'm really happy. That's going to be much better quality. So again, guys, I'm going from this one, my really old Fiskars trimmer with the these blades. I constantly replace them. So I just replaced my trimmer with this guillotine one. So I'm really excited. So I believe it goes like that. No, it doesn't. It goes like this. Okay. So that's the first thing I ordered. And then I ordered some stamp sets. You guys know me. I ordered Tim Holtz Moss Study, CMS 436. And I'm going to be using these in an upcoming project in January. The Mini Blueprints, CMS 136. These are like a fall and Halloween and Christmas set. So this is Mini Blueprints. I didn't have that one. And I ordered this one, the Eccentric CMS 448. So I'm really excited. My next project is going to have Moss Study and Eccentric. And then I picked up 2 embossing folders. My 3D texture fades in cracked leather from Tim Holtz. And the 3D texture fade in tree rings. So I'm really excited for those. Oh, and the number for this one is 666049. And for cracked leather, it is 665766. So I just wanted to share that. And then I ordered Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Spray in Salvaged Patina, because it's another one of the colors I didn't have. So I'm really excited for that. So that was my order that I got this morning from the NikNook. So if anybody is in Atlantic Canada, they offer free shipping on orders over $100. And you get them in 2 days. So that's kind of exciting. So that's my new order from the NikNook. So that literally came this morning, guys. So I just wanted to quickly do that while everyone came in. And today we're going to be working on our journal. So I want to finish this up today. So just a couple of things. I have the rest of my little elements here. So this is like from the kit for us all. So there's the journal. And here's my little bits. I have these. And I have some of our elements that need to go in. And I have these little pockets and things. So I want to go ahead. I want to get these all in our journal. And we can get this all finished up. And I want to make a tassel for here. So I've decided with this journal, I want to have a tassel that's the same kind of lace as the closure. And we can make it to hang from here. And I'll show you guys that. And then in an upcoming video in the new year, I will show you guys how to make beaded charms. Because I want to do that all in kind of one video where we do a charm dangle, we do boho beads, and I show you how to put together with wire your bead dangles. So I wanted to show you guys that all. I'll show you that all in the spring, like after Christmas. So we'll do that. Okay, I just have to grab my glue. My glue is up here. There we go. Sorry guys, I just bumped you. Okay. So now what I like to do, because we have all these little elements here, I'll kind of move myself so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just going to go through. Oh, and I want to say hi to Gilly, Morag, and Angela. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. So this is my last video of 2022. And that was my last order of 2022. So I just wanted to kind of share that. And I got that this morning. So over here, we'll start with this. I've kept this together and aside because in the last video, I showed you guys how to make little clusters that we did over here on these pages on our belly bands. So it's one way to do little clusters, if you guys can see. So it's one way to do them. And we did a few. I have that one. Oh, and we have this one here that we did. This one here with the little bunny. And there was another one that we did in the last video. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. And that one there with the bunnies. So these are doing them on the belly bands. Today we're going to do these on, I'm going to show you how to do a cluster on a page. How I like to do it. So basically in the kit I have, and this was the great thing too about the kit has tags in 3 different sizes, if you guys can see this. So we have bigger tags that you can use for junk journal elements and making pockets and different things and tuck spots. And then we have a smaller size, and then we have an even smaller size. So the smallest size will fit. Same with the journaling cards, and I've got them all backed up to cardstock. The smallest one will fit into our pockets. And I will show you. Okay, that's one of the envelopes. Oh, yeah, they're here. Here we go. So here's our pocket. This one here that we put down like this. These will all slide into our pockets like that, if you guys can see. So these little ones will fit that. You can make your own pockets and add them to pockets and different things. So they are 3 different sizes, and they will they're very versatile. So I just wanted to share that. So for this page here, what I want to do, so I have some elements that I just quickly cut out. So I wanted to show you guys using that scallop punch, but I didn't have a page big enough from the kit. The journaling cards were too small. So what I decided to do was just do this on like a blank book page. Here we go. So this is just a blank book page that I've gone ahead and I've taken the Distress ink and I've inked around the edges. So it just gives me an element that I can use in a cluster. So I want to put this one down first. So I'm just going to take my art glitter glue, right like that. Here we go. And I'm going to put this layer down first. So just approximately right here, right like that. In about the center. And then I have the tag that I want to use. And I've done the same thing. I've inked up the whole thing in Distress ink. And same thing. I'm going to add glue all the way around my edges. There we go. And you can kind of figure out where it's going to work. So I could do it this way where I have it poking out this side. I could do it like this where I have it poking out that side. And I'm actually thinking to have it more like right about here in the center of the page. Like that, to kind of tie it all in. And then I have a little image of my bunny. And I'm thinking to do the bunny like right here. And then I have a little piece which is the, yeah, just like that, of my book page. So I've inked around the whole thing and it's tea dyed. I tea dyed all the pages. Here we go. So I'm just going to tuck that in kind of right like that. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to add my bunny. Right like this. I'm going to add my bunny. And I don't want to make it symmetrical. I want to probably bring that down just a little bit. Just like that. And then I have this really cute element that I just randomly ripped off of one of the journaling cards. And it says postcard. Here we go. And then I can add this in. And I could actually just bring it right like that, right to the bottom. There we go, right like that. There. So that's how I would do a cluster. And then I could even add like a piece of lace or something. And actually I have 49 in Market Curators assorted washi tape here. So what I could do is I could go in here. This one's really cute. And I could just take off, find the end. Let me see here. There we go. Yep. I can use a little piece of washi tape. Yeah, just like that. And I think I would keep it cut like even and straight. So I'm just going to go ahead, use my scissors like this. Make that more straight. There we go. And I could put this, yeah, right about here. Right like that to kind of make it linear and tie it in. Yeah, so I can do that. I could add stamping if I wanted to. I could add some more script stamping. And I could even add some more lace and some trims if I wanted to. But I think I'm just going to keep that flat. I just wanted to show you guys how to make a cluster that would take up like a page. So that's how I would do that. I could add some inks. Actually, I might even do that. Maybe to tie it in, we'll add some green. Some mica. And I can just add a little here. Because I have the layers, it's not going to bleed through. There, you just want to make sure that your actual mica is off the bottom. And I'm using Dilution's Fresh Lime Shimmer Spray. So again, just add like a little couple of splatters here, just like that. And then if I don't like how it's pooling, all you have to do is just add Yeah, just take a piece of paper towel like that and just give it like a little, yeah, like this. There we go. And it does like an instant dry. So just wanted to share that. So that's the other way to do that. And then I can kind of move it around like this. So I add some accent here and there without it being too harsh. There we go. So I'm really happy with that. So that's just a little hack. And now I have that beautiful mica here once that dries. There we go. And then we're going to move on to the next one. So I pretty well have this done. I just wanted to add a couple pockets in here and there. So that's where I wanted to show you guys the cluster. So we have here, and I want to leave some blank. This is probably a good spot to put in some of our pockets. So I have this one here, like this. And that's probably what we'll do. We'll add one here. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add the glue to the back like this. All right, and then we can put it right in like this. So there's one. And that will hold a larger tag. So I can take one of the larger ones. I like that bunny right here. It kind of matches the other page. And we can ink it up. So anything that I want to put in here permanently, we can just ink up. Sorry guys, I hope I'm in focus. There we go. It is good to be back. I'm sorry guys, we were really sick there for a couple of weeks. And then I was starting to feel better because, I mean, we've been sick on and off since September. And I was starting to feel better, and then it just hit me, and it's like you feel that much worse. So I did a round of antibiotics for about 2 weeks, and I'm feeling so much better. My energy is finally coming back. So I wanted to apologize because I know we've all been anxious to get this project finished. There we go. And then if you want to, where I've done the tags, you could just take your, so I'll show you guys in one tag so you guys know what to expect. I can take my crocodile tool, come in right like this. Here we go. And I can punch the hole and I can put some trim there. So I have that one ready for a piece of trim. There we go. And I can put that into my pocket. I just had scissors in my way. Sorry, guys. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then we can just do a little flip through. And we can kind of see where we want to put our elements. And then I want to leave that for a journaling page. And then we'll move to the second signature. Because I've got a couple pockets here. There we go. And maybe here. Actually, I like that with the splatters. This is probably a good one right here. The other thing I like to do, I have some packaging. So this was given to me in Happy Mail. Somebody had taken the envelope and they did decoupage on it. So I just kind of wanted to share this as another really great idea. So as you can see, guys, that's a manila envelope. And they decoupaged it with a beautiful napkin. So the other thing that we can do is I can then come in and cover a good portion of it like this, right to about here with glue. So that's what's being attached into my book. Yeah, right like that. Sorry guys, losing my voice. There we go. And then we can take our tags or even our journaling cards and we can come in and we can tuck them. So with this one, I've done like a little, yeah, oh, that won't go there, but Our tag definitely will. So maybe we'll add our little bunny tag. Okay, I didn't leave myself enough room, did I? No, I probably need a smaller one. That's okay. Here's a smaller little bunny tag here. That's what we'll do. We've got a bunny tag there. So see guys, I just kind of play with what will fit there. So I have 2 little bunny tags here. So all I have to do is just quickly ink them up. Hi Michelle, thanks for joining, love. There. So we just tuck those right into here, and that's another page that's done. And again, I like to leave lots of room for journaling space for the recipient of the journal. I'm going to go ahead and do some decoupage on these ones off film to finish up the journal. We did that one there. Here's another spot here, and we can add our other pocket. These are little ones. Here we go. Here's our other big one right here. I like that when it kind of has contrast. So same thing, I'm just adding glue very lightly to the back, like that. And probably right here. Like this. And then I can add one of the bunny tags. And again, I just like a little bit of distress ink just to make it pop. There we go. And you can add multiple tags, so you don't have to just add one. I could go ahead and add this one here with the little bunnies too, for a smaller one for some contrast. And here we go. So you can kind of offset them like this. So that's another thing that you can do. And again, I can put the holes in there and add like a seam binding or a silk ribbon to them. And so that was the second signature here. And then in the third signature, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to, probably right about here. And then I have these 3 little pockets. So I'm going to offset them like this. Right like that. And I'll show you guys. So these are a little bit different when you fold them. So you cut them out and they're like this. If you guys can see that, they're in this shape here. And then we fold them. The 2 go in, and then this one goes on the outside. So what I'm going to do is add that tiny little bit of glue here, and that tiny little bit of glue here. Put this to the outside, and then I'm going to glue my sides. 1, 2, and 3, like that. And then we're going to put these down. So this one can go probably right about here. There we go. Just like that. And this one, same thing. I want to go 3 sides. And this one doesn't touch, so it doesn't matter how we do that. But if they touch, the bottom one always goes to the outside. It just helps prevent it from catching when you have your pockets layered. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add this probably 1/4 of an inch from where the next one ends. There we go. I just want to make sure that's straight. And again, I can take my tags. And this one really contrasts, so I don't have to worry about inking it. There we go. That one here. And I have this one here. Actually, you know what? Let's do green. I really like that. Just, yeah, need to give that a little trim up the side here. Okay. And that'll go in here. Nope, that one's too big. Okay, we'll just have to trim that down a little bit more. There we go. It should be better. There we go. Perfect. So we have our 2 tags in there. So that's another idea that you can do. You could do a little tag booklet. So you could attach one, and then you could have the whole thing come out like an accordion, and then go back, and then you attach a brad and have like a little die cut or something that sits there to hold it in. And in the next series that we do, I'm going to show you that. And all kinds of like 3-dimensional elements that are all attached by brads. So I'm going to show you guys some different things. I like to use those, like a lot of interactive elements and hidden spots and different things when I'm making the file folder journals. So I'll show you guys all of that. So fun. And then we have, oh, and that matches this one perfectly. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably add that one right here. And again, I can use the rest of the page for journaling. And then here we go, like right here. And then I have this one with the wildflowers. That's really cute. And I can just go ahead and I can ink that up. So if I feel like it's like neutral and I want it to pop a little bit, then I can add a bit of distress ink. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the page. But because they're a similar element, I want the tag to pop. If you guys can see this, it'll pop. There we go. Just like that. I could have done around the pocket as well, but I wanted to keep it soft just like the page. So I just wanted to share that. So that's why sometimes I do, and then sometimes I don't. So the tag pops from there. And then the next one, so I have these tiny little envelopes, and I can add them in. Oh, and that's the other thing too, guys. They also fit here. So if I wanted to, I could just pop that little envelope in here as another little layered spot. So again, I can just ink this up. Just like this. Or I can turn these into like a cluster of them if I wanted to. Yep, just like that. And then this is the one I did backwards. Because this side here was supposed to be the one that I glued. And then that side here is supposed to be the one that's the envelope lip. So it's kind of like that. It's backwards. But that's okay. It gives me kind of the same effect. It's just backwards. There, and I can just tuck that right into the pocket as well. And what was the other thing? Oh, and then I have, there's a couple more, I had a little paper clip here that I was holding the other element on with it. Here it is, one of Tim Holtz's tiny attachers. So I'm going to do that right here, and I can add my bunny envelope here, and then the recipient can add something to that pocket if they want to. And I just have it on, there we go, on a tiny attacher right here. There we go. So I like to leave some of these things loose, that it gives the recipient options. Okay. Oh, and the other thing I could do, I forgot to add something to that. Where did we do that cluster? I'll go back to that. Here we go. So the other thing that I would want to add here is this tiny little element that I did that says journal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it. And I could put that like right here to tie these in. Maybe more like, yeah, more like that. Journal. There we go. So just like that. So that says postcard, journal, and I have a little piece of washi tape by 49 in Market. I showed you guys that from the Curator's Collection, this one here. Super fun. And did some mica there. So I'm super happy with that. And we could do the same thing too. I have some more of those little words. So if you wanted to just kind of add a little something, like a little book plate to here, we can. And same thing, I would just give this a little ink up so it pops. And this is just paper. This isn't cardstock or anything. And just quickly ink that up. I'm not seeing any comments at all, guys, so I'm going to just take a second and go out and come back in, just in case I've got... Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys, I wasn't getting the comments. Aw, thanks, Morag. I appreciate it, love. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for joining. That's better. Yeah, and I would put this probably right about here. Journal. So I just ink that up just a little bit so that it pops. So that's why I like to do that. And oh, and I have this little one here with the cougars. That's one of my favorite pages that I did. And we can just yeah, go into the third signature now. Here we are. Oh, and I have it right here. So we could always, yeah, put them like right here or something. So I have the same kind of matching elements. So same thing, this one's on the bottom. So we're going to tuck the two sides in first, like that. And we're going to have this one on the outside, just like this. So that our tag doesn't get caught on that. And then I can go ahead and put this down. So right about here. That's perfect. And we'll add a tag to it. This one's really pretty with the birds. And it has some blue, so I'll make it pop. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So we have that little element there, and then the person can still do all kinds of journaling across here. And again, we can take our little cards too. And that's the other thing, we can corner around them. So you don't have to use them where they're sorry guys, like this. You can corner around them so they're more soft. So it's entirely up to you. You could use them like an element like this. And I like to layer things. So we could put this here, and then we could put this little postcard, yeah, right like this. There we go. It's just a tight, snug fit right over top, just like that. So we're layering it. Yeah, here we go with the birds. So you can use them where they're squared, or you can corner around them too. And then just tuck that in here. So we have like a layer. Yep, just like that. And then if you have like Tim Holtz stitched pocket or any of the slot pocket dies, you can cut those. I'm not going to do that today, but that's what I'm going to do with a lot of these little tags. And I like to do those on a page, and then I like to just stuff the pockets full of, you know, like tags and different things. So I'll show you that once I have one done. Because those are pretty straightforward. The die comes with the instructions how to do it. And that's what I want to do here on this side of this one. And that's another element for like a page like this. And then I did order more of these bunny napkins, and they're bigger, the ones that I've ordered, so I can attach an element that goes, if you guys can see. So I'll show you the example of that, and then just to give you an idea, but I'm going to do this off camera, so I'm not doing it today, because I want to basically get this pretty much finished up, and then we can move on to our next project in the after Christmas. So essentially, when you open up your napkin, if you guys can see that, I'm going to get the element that goes straight across like this. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to cut this out, like rip this all out like I normally would, like I showed you guys. And I'm going to decoupage it right across. So I'm basically going to probably lose about this much of my bunny, which is no problem. And it's going to come right to the bottom here and go all the way across like that. So for the pages that are like doubled in the middle like that I do, that's something I really like. So an element like this, it's all kind of all one piece that has like that continuity. So I just wanted to show that. That's what I'm going to do. And then when you flip it around, it's the same thing on the other side. So out of that one napkin, I'm going to get 2 pages like that. So I just wanted to show that. If you guys are interested, these bunny napkins right now are $12 Canadian on Amazon. And you get, I believe it's 40? No, 20. This one's 20. And the other ones that I got, I'm going to show you guys, because I just ordered these the same time, and they came in, and these ones are chickadees, and they are 40. And I believe these ones were, those were 15, these were 12. So I just wanted to share that. So that's another one you could use in a journal like this with the forest song, and even though these are almost like a fall, you could just tear them out so you don't see the fall kind of leaf. And just, yeah, and use them like that. So they're another beautiful one. So I'd like to buy them kind of in bulk like this, so that I have enough to use them, because I love doing decoupage. And then I have some to share with my friends, too, in Happy Meal. So that's my whole thing. So I just wanted to share that. And then I ended up, the other ones I got, I have these ones that I've been using forever. And I found them bigger like this. And I can't remember what size this is called. I don't think it's, this is cocktail. This is a dinner napkin, and I can't remember if this is a luncheon napkin or what this is called. That's not telling me either. But anyways, it's the long, skinnier, the skinny tall version. And these were only, I think, $8.99. So I just wanted to share that. So they are all on sale right now if you can get them on Amazon. So super excited, because that's one of my favorite napkins. Those, the bird ones, these ones. So I'm excited to have them in 2 bigger sizes now. So I just wanted to share that. So that's going to be the next thing that I do, and how I like to do like a page like this where I have the 2 pages side by side. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for now, guys. So the other thing I just wanted to quickly show you. So it's so simple. The other thing you can do is make yourself like a little booklet, or like a little card. And this was just done simply by taking a scrap piece of cardstock, folding it in half, and then just adding the kit over top. So I just wanted to share that. So with an element like this, I could add some coffee dyed paper in, or I could add, you know, like pieces of the kit in if I wanted to, like, say, your journaling cards. You could make it where it's like, you know, folded in half, and there's some kind of a, like a booklet, or even like this. So the 2 things, this one's on cardstock, and this one is so simple. I just took a piece of scrap of the kit, and I crumpled it into a ball, and then I uncrumpled it, and I inked it up. And that's the other thing I wanted to share, guys. I'm going to be doing a patina series on my YouTube channel, and that's all the difference. So I'm going to let you know that little secret. That's the difference between these 2. Mica is the top layer for this one. The stuff after mica was my top layer, and it's a middle layer on this one. And while it was wet, I crumpled it into a ball, and that's how I got this amazing texture. And that's also what I like to do for my journal covers. And this tutorial is on my YouTube channel of how to make my faux leather journals. So this is one I've started. It's a horse kit that I started. And with this one, the tutorial's on my YouTube channel. So basically the same method where you're crumpling it up, but I use vegetable glycerin and gloss Mod Podge. And then once it dries from the glycerin, I take my distress ink and I go over all the area. So it'd be kind of like a motion like this. I'll show you guys. Like that. Where you're getting it to pop. And you just, yep, like that. So it's basically just touching your highs and your lows, like almost like an embossing folder effect with your ink. So that's how I get that look. So I just wanted to share that. That's something I really love to do. So that's the same kind of concept as this, and it's just as simple as crumpling it. So I just wanted to share that. It's another really fun idea. And same thing, I could add this as like pages inside here if I wanted to. And the same method of stitching in your journal, where you're doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then you just tuck it into like a belly band or an envelope or something. But I'm going to add these as 2 different elements this time. So I'm just going to show you guys that. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the back. Just simply glue the back like this. And I can put it in right like this. So I've got a spot here that I've kind of, yeah. So right here. That's where I can put that in. And then it opens and it gives me an extra journaling space. So super cute. So I'll put that there. And then this one I can tuck into, let's see here. Yep, I can tuck this right here. So it just gives me another layer. And maybe just, there we go. So you can still see the bunny. Just like that. So yeah, this is what I like to do just to kind of zhuzh things up a little bit. Add a tag here and a tag there. And then this creates like a pocket too, guys. Like a hidden spot. So if I wanted to do that with another journaling card, it adds like a 3-dimensional effect, and it's not going to move because you have the elements in front of it. And same thing, we can glue one of these down like this to create a pocket, and then you can create a tuck like this. So that's another fun thing we can do right here. So same thing, I'm just going to do this side and right along, kind of a motion kind of like this, if you guys can see that, right along like this. So this whole side's kind of open. So then I'm going to put this here. So this part here is all glued down, and then I can take this one and I can just, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, let's see here. Just up a bit so it's, there we go. Yeah, right like that. So it's not sticking all the way down. Perfect. Just like that. There we go. Yep, just like that. So it's kind of there. Right like that. I could even glue this part right here down at the bottom. There we go. Just to give it some more stability. There we go. So I just like to play with it. Sometimes I like to off-center things. It doesn't have to be like a true pocket. It can be partially glued down, so it's more of a tuck than a pocket. And then you can just, yeah, take your next element and put it down. Oh, and I've glued it down. Hold on, guys. Yeah, we don't want it to glue down. We want it to slide in and out. I mean, you don't have to. Actually, we could embrace that just to show you guys. And then you take your next thing, which could be a couple of tags. Let's do a trio of 3. That's good. 3 like this. We got the bird from the front cover. We've got this one and this one. So you can kind of put them like this and then tuck the whole thing in here. So there you go. I've made like a huge cluster of stuff. So my pocket is essentially, because these two are glued together now, I've made a pocket essentially out of my 2 journaling cards, and then I've tucked 3 tags behind it. So there's all kinds of different ways you can do it. There's no right or wrong, just play with your elements. It's just super fun. So I think I'm going to kind of leave it at that. And as I mentioned, I'm going to cut out, I'm going to do the last 2 pages of decoupage, and then like on a page like this, I'm going to take a Tim Holtz stack tag, his die, or no, not a stack tag, it's the stacked pocket. Sorry guys, the stacked pocket. It's like basically a slot pocket, and then I'm gonna add all my tags in. So once I have those finished, I will show you guys. I'll just do a quick flip through in my first video back in the spring. I think that's, or the spring, in January. I think that's what I'll do. And then I have this one here that didn't really make it into a spot. So I'm just going to tuck that right in here with this. So, super cute. That's in there like that. And then we're pretty much done, guys. And as you can see, we're not a total alligator mouth. But it's close. Because it does have, see? And your journal will fill out as you go. So the more you put in it, the wider it's gonna, like the wider it's gonna get. And then the other thing, so like I mentioned in the beginning, we're not going to do a hanging beaded tassel, like a beaded charm thing today, just because this has more of a shabby chic feel to it. So I want to use my lace trim. So I'm going to show you. So if I feel like that it kind of needs more of a something a little bit more fancy, then this is how I like to do it. So basically, I want to take my the same trim that I'm using for here, that I've used to make the closure. And so I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So how I would do this, because when I come back in January, we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to start a new project, but I also want to show you guys how to do boho beads, like a beaded tassel, where you're doing it with charms and homemade beads. And I'm going to show you how to do that, where you're wrapping the beads to make a bead dangle. So I just wanted to show that. So essentially it's going to look like this. So what I want to do is I want to take 3 and do it all the same length. So, and it's up to you. You guys can add these where you're attaching them to like a circle jump ring, and then you're attaching it to the book, or you can attach it right to the book where you don't have a clip. And that's probably what I'll do with this. Just attach them right to there. So I want 3 exactly the same size. And this is super easy, and it's going to give the book that little something. Okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to add some charms on the inside. So then I'm going to take each one, and I'm going to flip it through here. So I want to make sure they're exactly in half. I'm going to put them through. Good, you guys can see. And I'm just going to flip them like that. So it's like this. So there's the first one that's going to dangle. And same thing here. We're putting them together like this to create a loop. We're going to squish our loop. We're going to push this one up to the corner on the left-hand side. We're going to pull this up so we have our little loop here to the top, just like I would do a tag. And then you're going to pull this through like that. And pull it tight. There's 2. And then for the third one, we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to put it like this, put it through. So simple. So this is just how to do like a simple thing where you're adding like a lace tassel, and then you get like this. If you guys can see, because I've done it like that, you get like a fancy thing that goes all the way up your ring. And I could even add one more on each side if I wanted to, but I think that's probably good. I don't want it too bulky either. And it just gives you that little something. And then what I can do is I can attach charms to here if I want to. I could add little snippets. I could, and not only can you do this with like a lace trim, you can do this with fabric. So you could make yourself little snippets and make like a little snippet tassel. So that's one super fun, easy way to do it. So I like that with this journal, and then it all kind of matches. And I could even go as far as moving these over to the sides now, like this. So those two are to each side, like, yeah, like this, sorry. And then I have a center, and then I'm going to add some lace. So we could do that as well. Because this is more shabby chic kind of thing for the cover. Let's see what we have here. I want like another beigey color. That's really pretty. See, maybe this one. Yep, and we'll do double like this. Maybe something more. Let me see here. That's kind of wide. Oh, this will be perfect. If you guys can see, it's like that, and it's got the really nice, I'll show you. It's got that really nice pattern too. So again, I would just break in half, and I'm going to put this one in the very middle between the two, just like this, like that, and we'll pull it through. And that just gives that center a little something. There we go. And just, yep. There we go. So see, it just kind of gave it that little something. Perfect. So just like that, guys, for a little tassel. And then you just pull them all together until it kind of looks right. And that's just kind of bunched evenly in the center. And you just kind of do it like that. But again, I could attach this to a circle, and then I could have attached the circle to here, and then it just hangs lower. But I wanted it to just flow down the spine. So I just wanted to show that. So essentially that's how I would do that. And the last thing that I would do in my journal oh, thank you so much, everyone. Now I want to go to, and this is the last thing that I add to my journals. So where I've gone ahead and I've tied off every single one of my signatures, I like to go ahead and I like to attach charms. So I have all kinds of them here, guys. These are pine cones. So let's add a pine cone to this one. Tiny little pine cones. So let's want it so you guys can see. There we go. I hope I'm straight. There we go. Perfect. There. So I would take this right, just to show you guys. So I take the end, and this is where I'm putting the charm on the end. So I'm not going to attach it way up here. I'm going to take the end, probably a 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than a 1/4 of an inch, just enough that I can tie it. So get it like towards the end, as close as possible, because these are all going to hang out. And it depends how you want to do that. You can have them hang outside the book, or you can do them short enough that they're not hanging outside the book. So again, I'm just going to tie a double knot this time. So I have a 1 loop, and then this is a 2 loop, just to give it stability. There we go. Just like that. And then I let them hang. So this one here is going to have this one, the little pine cones. There's one. And you can tie them the same. You can tie them at different lengths. You can tie them closer to the signature. You can tie them so they're hanging outside the book. Kind of like how I have like this. And that's just going to give your book a little character, if you guys can see. And then if you decide to, well, I don't really love that hanging, just give it a little trim. Just like that. So then you don't really see it. You just have this. These two hanging now. And then we're going to go to the next signature, because this book has 3, so there's going to be enough for 2 charms per signature, and then they're going to hang. So this one I'm thinking to do a little bit shorter, so I don't want it to hang outside the book, so let's give that a little trim, right about here. And then I want to add more of, let's see here, these are my silver ones, and I have all kinds of animals and things. Here we go. Here's a cute little butterfly. That's a little bit bigger. And I could do both. We're going to pick up 2. And I do the same thing, where I'm putting 2 through and tying them towards the end. Perfect. Like that. So you can do them individually, or you can put both strings for the same charm. So if it's a bigger charm, I like to do 2 strings. But it's entirely your preference. There we go. And I have a really good, yeah. And I don't want that one hanging outside the journal. I just want this one. I've decided to just, yeah. So it's towards the bottom. You guys can see that. Like that. There, so you guys can see. Sorry, guys. So I've attached it to 2 strings, and I just have it tucked right in like that. And even when you're shipping these, they'll ship relatively flat because they're tiny. They're not like a huge bulky thing. And that's the other thing to be mindful about too, like if you're selling journals or you're sending journals in the mail, I try to keep things as flat as possible to help offset mailing costs. There, and then these were all just strings hanging from their cheesecloth. So it just kind of gives it character. And I could do the same thing. I could add some more pine cones, or I could add, I'm wondering if I have a bunny. I don't know if I have a bunny, because that would be perfect for this. I'm just kind of going through. These are all like woodland, and I've got an owl there. Some nautical charms. Let me see here. Oh, here's a bird. There we go, and that's probably perfect because I have the birds here. So we can do that. I'll add it to 1. And I can hang this one down, it's flat. And then this will now, because I put the middle signature charm inside, this will have enough room now that it's not gonna, they're not gonna bang. So my charms aren't gonna bang together when they hang outside the book. So I do like to space them out. Here we go. So he can hang down here, where he's just gonna kind of, see the other ones are gonna hang here, and then he's gonna hang right there. So I just wanted to show that. And I'm gonna give that a little trim. Perfect. And then the next one, we can do a pine cone, just to kind of keep it kind of symmetrical. There we go. And just like that. The other thing that you could do is you can add safety pins or bulb pins, and then you can add charms like that, or boho beads, or and you just attach them to anywhere that you have fabric in your journal. I could go ahead and I can add more lace. I can add more trims. Anywhere where I have little pockets and more elements, I could go ahead and I can add all kinds of pieces in. I mean, again, you can just keep layering and layering and keep matting and keep matting and keep going. So, I mean, at some point I do have to stop. But yeah, I mean, it's just super cute, right? And you can just add like little bits to just give your page, like, see how that just gives it a little something. You don't have to necessarily cover every single page in a piece of lace, but if you just accent your pockets and different things, it just goes a really long way. So I just wanted to share that. So that's how I like to do it. So I don't feel like I have to use 50 yards of lace in every journal that I make. I just add them here and there to elements or to the outside cover and the pockets and stuff, just so that I can have that continuity throughout the entire journal, and it just gives it that little something where it pops. So I just wanted to share that. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I will do a final flip through once this is fully done. So I'm going to come back in January. I have so many fun things planned, and we're going to do all kinds of things. So I'll let you guys know what each video is going to be, and as we go and as we do it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. I wanted to thank everyone so much for all your support with my videos and supporting my shop this year. So thank you guys so much. What I'm going to do, I am going to come back probably closer to Christmas. So I'm saying probably on the 21st or the 22nd I'm aiming to. I'm going to do a quick giveaway. So I might do like a quick Facebook Live that's not scheduled, and I will do a quick live in my group and here in Lou's group, and I will do a quick giveaway for a couple digital kits. I have a Christmas kit called Santa Dreams, and maybe I'll draw a couple of kits from everybody who watches my videos. So I just wanted to share that. So that's something I'm going to do probably the 21st or the 22nd. I'll keep everyone posted. And again, I'm Fifi the Paper Crafter across social media, Instagram, YouTube, and my group is Fifi's Creative Community, and my Etsy shop is Fifi's Digital Designs. So I just wanted to share that. So thank you everyone so much, and you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll be back soon for a giveaway. And thanks, Lou, so much for everything. You guys are awesome, and I have been having so much fun showing you guys how to put together this journal and do all the elements and stuff. It does take a while and quite a few videos, so that's why I think it's probably best for me to have like a part 1 and a part 2, and this week we're doing this, and just let you guys know as we do elements and pages and different things. So thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you back in a couple weeks. Thanks everyone. Bye.